The Israeli cabinet's given the go-ahead to a bill which, if passed, will put any peace resolution with the Palestinians to a referendum. Prime Minister Netanyahu's government's appealed to lawmakers, asking them to greenlight the motion as soon as possible. Artist Paula Sleer explains why.
Well, the Israeli parliament adjourns this week for their summer recess, and what this means is that there will be no legislation able to be passed in this country for at least a few months. The Israeli cabinet has approved this bill that requires any future peace deal with the Palestinians to be put to a referendum. Now, the Prime Minister's office issued a statement in which it said, and I'm quoting, that it is important that on such historic decisions, every citizen should vote directly. This is not a question about supporting a Palestinian state, but what it is a question about is supporting land swaps which would affect a future Palestinian state. What we're talking about here is Jerusalem. We're talking about parts of land within the Green Line, but we're not talking about the West Bank and the settlement blocks there. But it is at the same time worth noting that this bill was pushed by a predominantly right-wing government. It was pushed by the right-wing members of Netanyahu's government, meaning that they might be counting on the Israeli public to not give its nod to giving land towards a future Palestinian state. And it might be a way for them of putting another hurdle in the path to a Palestinian state. I think it's fair to say that most Israelis do support negotiations with the Palestinians. This coming Tuesday, it is expected that since 2010, there will now be a resumption of direct negotiations between the Israelis and Palestinians in Washington. But when you talk about a Palestinian independent state, the latest opinion polls do suggest that the majority of Israelis do support the two-state solution, but only if Israel does not have to give major land swaps. And of course, that is the contentious issue. Now, the government is seeking urgent approval of this referendum bill. It is asking Parliament to fast-track its passage. We do expect that this coming Wednesday it will be brought to the Knesset for a first reading.
And we'll be following how it progresses. Now, the Israeli cabinet's also approved the release of 104 Palestinian prisoners. That move was spearheaded by Prime Minister Netanyahu ahead of the expected resumption of peace talks. We invite you to check out all the details on the RT.com or website. It's all on there for you.